Okie dokie. So while I try and get this sorted. Okay, so we made it into. To get out to
Crimson.
Oh yeah, Crimson Worm, which is worse than
of the
I mean,
take
Well,
that.
third low for the third high.
Same difference.
Is it
Usually
though?
the middle.
Is it though?
Too, bird.
Sorry. Tilly. Shh, do I need to get your blanket? You can be quiet.
There's no pattern to what happens. However, the thing tends to just show up randomly and at random intervals, somewhere between 25 and 30 minutes.
That it pops out of the ground and it goes back into the ground.
We can't just be like, okay, we'll go to this place and then we'll go to that one because he just left there.
So
that won't work.
He is popping out of the ground and then going back in and popping out again. Is that what I'm hearing? Can you hear me?
And thus a star was born.
Oh no, I'm reconnecting.
Yeah, so like it pops out of the ground, hangs out for like 25 to 30 minutes, and then we'll pop back underground for 25 to 30, and then it pops back out randomly. And it has been at the same place. It's also been at different places.
Okay. I'm having connection issues, so hopefully you guys can hear me. I don't know what the connection issue is. Okay, can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, no one's answering when I ask, so I'm like, can you not hear me?
I didn't hear anything before.
Me either.
Okay. Yeah, I'm having connection issues apparently. So who knows?
Hear your bird.
So, do I need to get your blanket? I will.
Birds sound mad.
Yeah, Tilly's mad because she's not on my shoulder. Okay, let me just put a blanket over them. Yes, honey. Can I put your blanket on your pants? Oh no, the silly blanket.
Oh,
no,
somebody's angry.
You know, Tilly.
Ooh,
They are not happy.
Burb really mad.
Really mad.
Did you hear her screaming murder?
Burb threatening to self-destruct.
Oh God! What is that? Okay. Okay. So, and we have to go through the main gate.
Don't have to go through my gate.
Do I know of another way?
Yeah, I don't think that was ever determined. I think we just have to go through.
Do I know of another way besides the main gate?
There are multiple gates.
And has it been mostly through like popping up by the main gate? We believe.
Say that again?
Has it mostly been popping up in front of the main gate? Or
no, it's been pretty damn random.
Okay. So no matter which gate
It appears where it wants, when it wants.
How about this question?
I think we
then,
said it
DM?
was something like 4 or 5 spots it was popping up.
Okay. So how about this question? Since I've been to the city before, would I know which gate I would want to take us into to be less noticed. Which gate should I be aiming for? Do I know that?
I mean, the thing is that Diggy knows how to get to the city. Diggy is not familiar with the city because the city's overrun by zombies.
These buttons.
That's awfully convenient.
Yeah, I mean, I can't see into the city to know where the zombies are, but okay, I gotcha. Okay, so, and I'm guessing it has tremor sense or something, so we don't want to run to try and get past it. We want to be stealthy and hope it pops up somewhere else. And while it's up, we'd be very still so it can't sense us. And go from there.
Oh, and that's the other thing too, is there's no pattern to its pop-ups.
Yeah, so we just hope. Or
Yeah.
I lay on the ground and use my rock sense to feel for tremors. And if they feel like they're close, I can just wave you away and I'll barrel roll as to not make footstep sounds. I'll barrel roll out of the way before it pops up.
Will that work?
Yes.
Well,
Are they blind?
It's undead and chunks of it are missing. I mean, eyes decay pretty fast, so if it wasn't before, I think it would
When
be
I
now.
was looking at it with my spyglass, was the eyes gone?
I mean, it's hard to tell because you didn't even really see that it had any.
Alright, so I'm assuming it's blind.
Yep. So, if we go and we move slowly, and like you guys can keep going a little bit ahead of me, and every once in a while I'll stop and do my super mining rock sense, because I'm a rock dwarf and this is my home. And I'll feel for tremors, and if I feel like they're getting really close, I'm gonna like try and gesture you guys away, and then I'm gonna barrel roll out of the way from where I think the tremors are, so I'll make the footsteps, so it doesn't know I'm there. And I'm just gonna like be all cuddled up in a little ball. It's gonna be great.
Sounds good.
I'm going to ask, I think it was Nevermore, our bird friend with the Heidi magic, if her Heidi magic can also hide us from whatever this worm is able to see with.
She seems confused. What do you mean?
Can you hide us from its senses?
She kind of you can see that she's pondering, and you can see the fabric that has like an eye on the blindfold. It blinks maybe once or twice while she's thinking. But she goes, and I'm assuming you explained the whole tremor sense thing to her.
Yeah, like,
I hope so.
Working under the assumption that she was also listening to the conversation as well.
I wasn't hiding it at all. Yeah.
So based off of that, let me do a roll for her. Nice, 18. So plus. So she goes, well, I don't think this magic will stop its regular senses, but couldn't we just make a lot of noise somewhere else? Like a lot of noise somewhere else?
I like you thinking, and I set
We
down.
need a bomb arrow.
I set down my giant ass backpack that I've been saying this entire time. He just overpacked, and he starts digging.
You got a bomb arrow?
Not a bomb arrow. No.
That would be very helpful.
He pulls out 1, 2, 3.
I mean, I have
four
two
different,
noisemakers.
4 different round objects. All different shaped little containers looking to house different ingredients. Some with little fuses on the top.
Thought you said you didn't have bombs.
It's not a bomb arrow. They're just bombs.
Is it a bomb we can tie to an arrow?
No. I like his noisemakers. Might be able to use those. Otherwise...
I want to use noise at a distance.
I have a noisemaker snare that if I can sneak somewhere, set it up that regular undead might go by.
I have the ability to turn bombs and possibly snares, I'll have to check, into timed thingies. Does a snare count? Nope. I can set off bombs. I can turn bombs into set timed explosions. Can me and... Definitely not looking at your character name, Yoshi. Can me and Yoshi work together with my expertise in turning bombs into timed bombs and his expertise in snares? Can we work together to make a timed snare?
Sounds like it would work.
All right.
Plus, I can throw one of these other bombs in there too and give it a good bang.
So given the mechanics involved in each of your skills, it doesn't seem like it wouldn't work.
Yeah, if we add a little extra bang to it, then it can really sense it in the ground. Plus then all the extra noise. Although then we definitely want to put it away from whatever gate we use, because then the undead are going to know something's outside that gate.
Okay. So
I like it.
go...
Oh my God.
I like it a lot. Let me see which... I'm gonna put all but 2 of the bombs back. Which of these would be better?
I'll take my snare out. Do I need to roll anything for this, Josh? Or are we just gonna say that it happens?
Given enough time, you guys can easily succeed. You only have to roll if you're planning on trying to do this as fast as possible.
No, we're working with explosives. We're taking our time.
I got you covered. You don't have to worry about that.
And
See,
that's
made this one myself, and he holds up a little clay pot. It's a beauty.
And this is because you both have expertise, right?
And I have a skill. Special skill. Called... It's level 3. I have Demolitionist Dedication and Set Explosives.
See, I don't actually have any, like, actual training when it comes to the snares. I just bought them.
You just can do it. That is fine. But yeah,
They have detailed instructions.
The shopkeeper told me it'd be super easy. I wouldn't even take my own fingers off if I was slow enough about it.
I do this all the time. How else do you think we clear some of those tunnels? Besides,
It's trust and pixie dust.
this little clay one's full of mostly mud and dirt. It'll make a very nice bang, though.
Mud, dirt, and TNT.
TNT?
Yeah, so I'm gonna use, now, do we want how big of a bang do you want?
How big can you get me?
You
A
want to?
pretty big one if we're distracting it.
Oh,
By the way, I don't
Okay.
know if you know this, but zombies are falling out of its carcass, or at least trying to.
yeah. I said it was eating them. You could see it through the holes. Okay. Well.
No. It's more like that frog that has holes on its back and that's where it gives birth.
Great. Well. Okay. I'm gonna use powerful shockwave. I'm gonna put that one back to get a little bit. I mean, technically the damage is a little less, but this one specifically states powerful shockwave. So I'm going to put that one back and take out a small metal container instead. Yeah, this one's got a mini shockwave to it. I'm going to use this one instead. Okay, so I would like to use my expertise and awesomeness to assist in changing the snare into a snare plus timed bomb.
It is done.
I gotta get rid of this. And just
Now
so
is
you
the
know,
timing?
I used a pressure bomb moderate. It's like the second tier. Cost me 12 gold, that one did.
Okay.
Timed, I can do... I can give you a minute. Like, literally 1 minute. Not saying that, oh, you got a minute, like, oh, 1, 2, 3 max sort of minute. I'm talking about an actual minute.
That's what I thought too. I was like, sounds like she's laughing at you.
I love you too, Mickey. Go to sleep.
You can't tell me what to do!
Not my real mom.
You're not the boss of me.
So I can
That's
give
a
us...
lot of sass.
He's singing right now.
No, I'm pretty sure that's laughing.
No, he's kissing and also starting to add the opening to the Addams family.
Yeah.
If he keeps going, it'll yeah. He likes to remix the Addams family. So I can give you 1 minute. So 10 turns. You think 10 turns is enough to get you out of the way?
What's the range on it?
It turns it into a timed with like fuses and stuff.
It's probably enough time for me to set it and run.
I mean, if you're at least... What's the range on this?
I know the noisemaker snare part. The snare itself is only going to blow up the immediate area, but it's heard for another 200 feet.
Nice. This is going to deal a great amount of... Oh, wait, no, that's a new one. Explode and release a powerful shockwave.
It'd be great if there's anybody in the area.
Splash damage, because a mini shockwave can knock prone. Yeah, so it just does... Unless you're like... It doesn't even say an area of effect, but I don't think unless you're right there, it's going to get you. It's very strange.
Run.
It's very strange. It doesn't say like oh, you have to be within this many feet of it. It doesn't say that. It just says powerful shockwave. But so it does bludgeoning damage and a shockwave. But you should be able to get plenty away from it within a minute, so... And we just have to figure out where we're putting it.
I mean, I could carefully walk close to one of the holes it popped up at, set it, and then run.
You could, but what if it starts attacking you before the minute's up? Because that's 10 rounds.
That's true. That's a lot of time for me to die.
Also, you wouldn't be under the protection of the sensor unless you're gonna have Nevermore follow you all the way down there.
And that's going to take, if I say like 20 minutes down, 20 minutes back, it's going to take almost an hour off the sensor.
How long of a walk is it from where we are to the gate? To the ideal gate, anyway.
The closest one to you?
Yeah.
Bless you.
Sorry, thank you. I have, to assist you, if any of these would help, a 10-foot pole. I figured I'd use it to check for traps.
So
A grappling hook, a ladder.
it will roughly take you an hour to get to the front gate from where you're at.
Okay, how long to get to the ground level from where we are? Because we're like up the zigzaggy walkway up the cliff. How long to get to the bottom where the worm keeps popping out?
It'll take about a little less than hang on, let me make sure I'm looking at this.
I also have a shovel.
Going at your full walking speed, it would roughly take about 2 hours to get to the front gate from where you are at right now.
Well, but how much just to get to the bottom of this hill?
It's pretty much the same thing.
Wow. You said you can glide, right? Wait, who can glide? Someone can glide.
Not me.
Kanji.
Dang it. Because if we leave him at the top, and we wait until we're almost all the way at the bottom, and he throws it from the top over there, and just glides down, and we run. Okay. So we all of us, as a group, get almost to the bottom of the hill. And how do we want to sneak you? Unless we just throw it and run. Maybe it'll be distracted, but it's only going to be going off for a little bit. How long does your alarm go off for?
It's only an initial boom that's heard. It's not like an alarm or anything.
One and done.
Okay. I did also bring 2 noisemaker snares. I didn't know if I'd know how to use the snare, but I just wanted the noisemaker part. So what if we throw a whole, like a package, the pressure bomb goes off, and one of the noisemakers, and I set 2 more timed. 2 more noisemakers timed. So like yours goes off right away, and then when it's like starting to get uninterested, so say like 20-30 seconds or something, then another noisemaker goes off, and the next one can be another 30 seconds after that. So a little bit longer, but I don't think that's still going to give us enough to run to the entrance. I think we're just going to have to sneak. And if it starts coming for us, we can throw one. And then we run a little bit away and stand really still. So it'll be by the noisemaker, and then it would have like lost sense of us because there would have been that shockwave. And then once it goes down and pops up somewhere else, then we can continue sneak walking. I think I like that better since we don't have another way to, like Kachina said, we don't have like a crossbow or anything like that to get further away. So we try and sneak. If we think it's coming right for us, we can throw one to confuse its senses.
I have a short bow.
I don't think I have anything you can attach to it, though. Like, I think, unless you're trained, I don't think you can attach anything to an arrow.
How would you be trained to do that?
I'm just thinking D&D mechanics, not Pathfinder. Because there's, like, those special ammunition, like exploding arrows and stuff.
I mean, what if we
tying
tied a
something to
rope?
it would make it an improvised weapon.
What if we, like if we just tie a rope to the arrow and a rope to the thing, couldn't we just shoot it?
I'm not sure how game mechanics would make that work, because in real life it would get dragged a little bit and not go very far.
Yeah, I say we just go with the initial plan you proposed, where we're sneaky.
Yeah. So I'll set up that one. Do we want a second bomb plus noisemaker for in case it gets close to us? Or do we think one and then just noisemaker will be enough?
I think having a second one ready to go off. Can we do it in 30-minute increments? Because we were thinking it pops up every 30 minutes.
1 minute. I don't have a fuse long
1
enough for
minute.
that. So this would be
Oh,
like
yeah,
if I
it's
sense
a fuse. It's not like something you can time.
Yeah, so this would be like if we're walking slowly and all of a sudden I feel the ground moving, we throw it somewhere else. Like in case it sensed our footsteps, we throw it somewhere else, so the bang and noise would happen like way to our like left or right 20 feet instead of it popping up right under us. It pops up over there, and then it can't really tell where
Considering
we
its size, I don't think our throwing arm will matter.
It's the only thing we've got.
The thing is massive.
I can throw 20 feet.
Yeah, that thing has a body that's like 20 feet wide.
That's all I got.
I don't actually know if that... How big is it, Josh?
How big is the Crimson Worm?
Yeah.
Very.
Like, how many feet across in width?
How would your character know that?
No, I'm asking you out of game.
But
because my suspicion is that it's like 20 feet wide.
But then that would affect how you think about
I'm
it.
asking so I have a reference so I understand out of game. My
Gotcha.
character is obviously seeing it, so she understands how big it is. But if my...
Hang on.
If my character is looking at it, and the thing is the length of a football field, a barbarian couldn't throw that far enough.
Are you challenging me? Are you challenging me? I can throw a hammer 20 feet. Like, I'm pretty sure.
That's not far enough.
Alright, first of all, how do we figure out how far you can throw?
Practice, my dear scaly friend. Practice. And because that's how far I can throw.
He wants to know how you figured that out, though.
Oh, because I use throwing weapons, and it just says you can throw as a ranged attack. Ranged attacks are 20 feet.
Okay.
Oh, see, I just, throw... I just throw these hands,
I have a thing, though, because I use the strength modifier and stuff, so I should get some sort of, especially if I rage, I should get a better plus, I think. The plus?
Kachina,
no, that's just in damage, not an attack, I think.
Hi?
No.
I'm still for the plan. Like,
do you see your model?
Hold on.
Oh, are we on Tailspire?
Yes.
Can someone stream? I see nothing.
We're not doing anything. What? Okay, yeah, so hold on. I'll turn this on
because
for a second.
I'm picturing tremors here, okay? I'm picturing a graboid. Like
Look at
if
this.
if a graboid popped out of the ground, that's what I'm picturing.
Your throwing isn't going to help us.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, but 20.
We're back
it's
to the
fine.
surface.
Yeah, no, it's fine though, because
Hold on.
it will lose senses of us.
It is 30 feet away from me. Okay? And
Okay.
let's say we throw something 20 feet that way
Mm-hmm.
and then run this way.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna tremor sense us because we're within its tremor sense availability.
That's why we stand still, and the shock wave from my bomb disorients it.
But
In theory.
But the problem is, we're still within the vicinity that when we try to move, its tremor sense is gonna catch us.
It'll go away within 30 minutes. Or we just sit down and have a nice pint of ale.
But we're also
Okay,
assuming
so,
that the
hold on.
zombies won't see us. That are in its gut.
So it's an hour walk. Heidi magic works for up to an hour.
I thought
Sorry,
up
for
to 8 hours.
8 hours.
But we still need it to get all the way through the city.
Why don't we just try to stealth this bitch?
We've been.
Yeah, like I was just gonna say, like, why don't we
debating.
just?
We're trying to stealth, but we have this just in case. Like if I feel like, oh my god, it's gonna pop up right under us, I can throw that.
It's
so
look.
it feels a shock over there.
Here's my question. Could we tie it to an arrow? You light the fuse, and then I launch it like 150 feet away from us.
DM. Because
Yes.
I don't know the mechanics of that. DM.
Yes.
Could we do what I just proposed?
Run that by me one more time just to make sure.
Okay, so we take the noisemaker bomb, we tie it to arrow, we light it, and then we throw it with the bow like 150 feet, so it's actually some distance. It
Okay.
blows up that far away.
I mean, I don't see why that wouldn't work.
What? Oh, okay.
That's what we do.
Okay, otherwise I was going to say we attach it to a rope and drag it behind us so that if all of a sudden I feel like it's going to come up under us, then I can pull the second rope thingy that releases the little pin from way over there at the other end of my rope so that it explodes over there and makes it go 50 or 100 feet back. But if you can get it to 150...
That's just... Hold on, let me see what the range on a short bow is.
I didn't think a short bow shot that far accurately.
I was like guessing, but I'm trying to remember how I look at this. Clicking on short bow does nothing.
It should say it should be under offense, and then
well, let me look at what
info doesn't say anything. Mine just has it right next to. See, it says throne, like the second line. And it has a distance.
Let me look at options to see.
I'd still like to make a second one, though.
Hold on. And its range is 60 feet.
That's still better.
So I can still get it 60 feet away.
Okay.
Does anyone have, like, a long bow?
Nope.
Well, you can shoot more than 60 feet, but it won't be accurate. But I don't think you're really aiming for accuracy in this case.
We don't care about accuracy. We care about distance.
I would like to make a second one, though, just because it's going to take us a while to get all the way to the door. So I will use, I have 2 noise kits, and...
I can give you another noisemaker snare, because I had 2, and I gave you the first one.
Oh, no, you use those more than... I just wanted the noisemaker aspect, because I figured for zombies I'd do what I do in some of the games and just throw noisemakers and run.
And then there was me who didn't think to buy any of this shit.
I like bombs. That's what my backpack's full of. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna use up my only. I only got 2 of these moderate ones because they were expensive. Okay. I'm gonna use my last moderate pressure bomb. And 1 out of my 2 noisemaker. How many of these do we want? Because I have other bombs. We could make a few.
Do you?
Okay, so
My character has a bunch of deck of cards in her bag.
that sounds like fun. So
Yeah, I get an ability later that allows me to use them as a distraction. So
nice. So
I'm just
you
carrying a bunch of cards.
Yoshi, save your last noisemaker snare. I'll use up both of mine, so we'll have a total of three bomb plus noisemakers, so it has the shock. 2 of them are going to be moderate. 1 of them is going to be lesser. They're all pressure bombs. So let me delete these. Remove from equipment. Yeah. Okay, so now we have 3 noisemaker and boom ground shaking bombs. 2 of them have the added shockwave. Actually, this other one does too, but it's a smaller. Tiny or smaller targets are pushed 5 feet away. Okay, so one of them has a small shockwave. The other 2 have a moderate shockwave. So that would be small to medium could get pushed. Which I'm not looking for the pushing. I just like the fact that it has shockwave because I think that would really freak it out. Its senses.
Okay.
So we have 3. Sorry. Okay. So 2 moderates and 1 lesser. And we're saving Yoshi's because you have 1 more snare? Okay, so we're saving Yoshi's last noisemaker because I don't have any other noisemakers than either. I'd probably just throw a mud bomb if we need it. Because I figured I might be able to make those, so I have more of those instead of pressure bombs. And let's see, noise. So she said smell and noise. Zombies can still smell, I think we said last time, right?
I think you said zombies couldn't smell.
They couldn't smell?
But they can hear.
Zombies, from what has been researched, and it's pretty well-known information, the undead don't really use their physical senses. It's more like they have the ability to sense the living.
Life sense
just know
and
where it
sound,
is.
pretty much. And now tremor sense. So the 3 things we have to worry about: life sense, sound, and tremor sense. So
Well,
infrared vision.
I would like to give up my blanket to whoever has loud armor, and I can tie it on them so it doesn't clink
with
around.
Nevermore sensor, you don't have to worry about the life sense.
Right. But we still have to do sound. So I would like to, I'm in armor, but I thought there was one of us that was in clanky armor.
Kanji.
Kanji? Okay. Well, let's just say for next time, I tie my blanket around the outside of his armor, sort of like an extra padding, so that it doesn't clank around as much. Can I say I do that?
You're trying to stuff padding into the armor?
Outside.
I was thinking outside.
I don't think that'll necessarily block that much sound.
What is to get them to take their damn armor off.
You think they're gonna do that when we're about to go into a city infested with zombies?
I say we ditch them.
I second that.
I mean, that's not a bad tactic.
They paid for all of us.
I just don't understand why they came with us. Are they stupid? You pay adventurers to do things for you.
Oh,
you don't go with them to the dangerous place, or else why are you paying them?
I want to point out we were hired to collect the. I want to point out we were hired to collect the artifact, not to escort to the artifact.
This is true.
Weren't we hired to also escort him?
You were paid to escort and bring back the artifact.
Okay,
I swindled the escort thing away.
But the one kind of ends once you get to the artifact.
What if we like dash them in a cave and tell them to wait? Like, what if we find a safe place and just like put a rock in front of a little cave and tell them not to move?
You need Nevermore to get into the temple, and you need String Beam in order to get to the artifact.
Yes.
Well, true. Okay.
I was just saying for us with louder armor, if I could find a way to, or maybe padding on the inside. I don't know. I was just trying to figure out a way to help their stealth.
You can't unless you take the armor off. You can't.
Okay. Should I take my armor off? Does my armor give me a disadvantage?
What armor are you wearing?
Breastplate.
I'm pretty sure breastplate doesn't.
What's your class?
Greater flexibility. I'm a barbarian.
I mean, in Pathfinder First Edition, barbarians weren't allowed to wear armor like that.
I can wear light and medium with no issues.
As far as I can wear, barbarians can wear medium, and the breastplate is medium.
Does medium armor like breastplate give you disadvantage?
Nope.
Not that I'm aware of.
Not for mine so far.
See, this is when I think it's called cat's armor in First Pathfinder is really useful. It's like, or it's breastplate of the cat or something. It's something that gives you a boost to stealth.
Nice. No,
Nifty.
I think I saw something like that, but no, this one I'm proficient and it doesn't have any reading about the barbarian thing. I'm not seeing any. Oh, you can't do this or that, or you get a disadvantage for. Oh, here, armor, 0 penalty. Okay. Yep, I'm good.
Yeah. I mean, you have a hero point if you need to re-roll.
That is true. That's cool. Yeah, it says right next to some of the rolls if your armor gives stuff. Okay.
Nice.
Nice. Very nice. Okay, so we pack up our stuff. We have 3 of those bomb thingies. Do you have your arrows ready?
Yep, I had my bow and everything.
Now, question.
I use 3 weapons: short sword, dagger, bow.
I use pickaxe and hammer, and sometimes a shovel. I got 2 of those, just because. I don't think. Right. I'm guessing we do not want to be tied together for this, correct?
Probably not.
Good. Okay. Just double checking.
Let's be real. If we need to dip, dodge, duck, dive, and dodge.
Yeah. Fair. Okay. I would like to. Should I be sort of out front or behind? And since I'll be stopping every once in a while to feel the rocks for tremors. Because hopefully, with my mining, I know how to like feel the rocks for tremors. So should I be like more in front or more behind?
I don't think it matters.
Well, we're going to need a marching order going into this anyway in case something happens.
I'm not in front.
I'll be in front.
I will take up the back.
Okay.
Hold on. How bright is it now, Josh?
I mean, where you're at, it's kind of like light pollution levels of light.
Like, would somebody without dark vision be able to see now?
There's a lot of ever-burning torches in the city.
Yes, so they would be able to.
It's a lot brighter down there.
I plan to steal one.
You want to be in the middle then, with your vision?
No, I'm going up front.
I guess so. I'll be middle.
Okay, so Yoshi...
Someone with dark vision needs to take up the back.
Yeah, but I'm the only one here. Wait, no. Yoshi, do you have dark vision?
Nope.
Yeah, I'm the only one here with dark vision.
Why don't we just put Pedi's character in the back?
Okay.
Okay.
Or Kanji or Martle.
Well, plus we should keep... Nevermore has to be in the middle, because we have to stay within, like, what, 5 to 10 feet of her. And String Bean, we need to get to the artifact, so they should probably stay in the middle.
You need to be within 30 feet of her.
Oh. Okay, so...
Yeah, we'll stick String Bean and Nevermore in the middle.
Okay.
Maybe I should die, String Bean, to me.
I feel
It'd be
like
really
it needs
bad
to be
if we lost him.
Well, can you imagine him freaking out and then all of a sudden it grabs him and you're dangling by the mouth by a string?
So why do we need him to get in? Does he know, like, a password?
Something of that nature. It hasn't been fully disclosed what exactly both of them contribute.
Okay.
Basically, we're the hired help, and it's above our pay grade.
Fair enough.
Yep.
But it's nice to have knowledge about what you're doing so you don't fuck it up because you're not unaware.
That's why we're getting paid so well. We ain't getting paid to think.
Y'all are getting paid?
Wait a second.
Wait a second. Okay, so
I'm
Yoshi
getting
and
paid in
I
glory.
Yoshi and I will be in front. And Kaiya, is that right?
Yeah,
Kaiya.
Kaiya.
That's right. Hey, Kaiya. And the NPCs will be in the middle. Plus that'll be a
I
really
will
good
hold their hands.
Yeah. And then the other two players I do not remember. I'm bad at names
Martle.
anyways. Martle.
Kanji.
And Nick.
And
Nick
something Nicazalius. It sounds demony.
Nicodemus or something.
Demon.
So
Or
they'll
more
be
devilish.
They'll be guarding the back. So that's our marching order. And you have those 3 bombs. And I think we're good to go. How far down this cliff do you think we need to light the incense?
I don't think we should until we have to. I think we should try stealthing first. And then if we see we come into an area where we can see undead, then we light it. Because we don't want to... If we can save it, essentially, we should.
Okay. I'm going to give my flint and steel to... Because you know what's going to happen? It's going to pop out somewhere and someone is going to drop their flint and steel. So I would like to give my flint and steel to someone in the middle.
I have flint and steel.
You have a flint and steel.
Yes.
Does Nevermore have a flint and steel?
Does Nevermore have a what?
Flint and
Flint
steel.
and steel.
She does not.
I will give her mine, just so there's 2 at least in that area. Let me see. You gave him a dagger. Ooh, I will offer Nevermore a hammer. It's just a light thinking hammer. Your eye creeps me out. Do you need to protect yourself?
She just nods in acceptance. Thank you.
I'm going to look at
But
String
she
Bean.
does have a distinct look of, what am I supposed to do with this?
Just in case, you'll know what to do.
I'm gonna look at String Bean and be, this must be pretty important if you're willing to risk your skin down here.
He gives you a side eye, but for once, he doesn't snap back. He just stays silent.
Oh. That's telling. No
We're
words are very
starting to
telling.
bond.
Look at you guys.
He
Bye-bye.
still looks grouchy, but it is kind of odd that he didn't have any commentary.
Aw. Okay. So let me see. We gave the
My
NPCs
shoe gets
weapons.
caught on a crack and I almost fall, but I managed to right myself. By holding Nevermore's shoulder and fixing myself.
And she
Sorry.
manages to
Sorry.
stay sturdy.
Sorry, I can't see.
I take a deep breath and march to the front.
There's lots of pebbles.
Yes, there is.
They're not my friends.
Okay, so we have extra lighting implements. We gave them weapons. Any other preparations?
The
I think
smell.
we just go.
Oh, sorry, Nevermore's talking.
Nevermore is speaking.
I'm sorry.
She goes, this mountain stopped being friends with mortals a long time ago.
Who says I'm immortal?
And with dwarves. With mortals, dear.
Yeah, who says I'm immortal? You don't know me.
Want me to test
I
it?
could be immortal.
Hmm.
You ever tried?
Haven't you noticed I trip a lot and nothing bad happens to me?
I mean, I haven't died yet.
That's true. Aye.
But she
All be
goes,
immortals.
she got Nevermore answers. By that logic, wouldn't we all be immortals? Because none of us have died up to this point.
Excellent point. I like our odds now.
Me too.
I think we could use a little stupid confidence.
I like it. Okay, let me see. I also have Rock Runner. So I am super adept at...
I didn't get to show Robyn Brea.
What?
The new one?
Yeah, I didn't get to show her the update.
I mean, you still can.
I'm working on it.
Oh, no,
You're the
where
one
am I?
that's screen sharing.
I know. I just switched where I'm screen sharing.
Oh my gosh. Dang. That looks really good.
Thank you. I have more line art to do, but I'm almost done. Now, I don't know if we'll need Tailspire, but I'll go back to Tailspire.
I just appreciate having something there.
I'm self-conscious about it because I know I get distracted and I don't keep up with where things are.
Okay, so I do have Rock Runner, so I am like super good, just good at being on the slippery slope. So I guess it's a good thing I go first, and I will quietly warn them of any pebbles. I think you said you don't need any other preparations.
Let's go.
Okay.
All right. So, you guys take about an hour to make your way all the way down the path. As you all start to get closer to the spot where the worm kind of pops in and out occasionally, you do see various undead here and there kind of fumbling around. This is, if you guys aren't using the sensor, this is the point where I'm going to ask you all to make your best stealth check.
What do you think?
Do I need to roll a new one?
Yes.
Wait, are we rolling with the sensor or not with the sensor?
We haven't let it yet, so we are not rolling with the sensor.
I got a 27.
Oh, it has rolling noises. That wasn't great. I got a 9.
26?
That sounds like a hero point situation.
Okay. Natural 20. 24.
Fantastic.
See, I was smart. I was like,
Natural 20.
you don't want to keep that. Tell me how sugary my blood is. It's a little high right now. But that's because I had a roller coaster of a day where I was not eating properly on time.
Mm.
Even thank the bus for that.
Mm. Okay. So are we still not using the sensor, or we decided we're still gonna go?
Well, I think that's past tense if we're doing stealth rolls.
Well, no, because we got to the bottom and we hadn't let it yet. I figured the
No,
first
you
one
haven't
we
got
have
to the bottom.
We haven't got to the bottom yet.
You are very close to the bottom,
Okay.
and you're starting to see undead. So I said,
Okay.
you can either light it now or stealth.
Okay. Yeah, we have not let it yet, so I did stealth.
All right. So there really isn't that many undead around.
Okay.
As you guys make your way very quietly, and the majority of your compatriots manage to more or less follow you to a T. Even Stringbean seems to be much more competent all of a sudden. The things that you avoid, however, kind of disturb you a little bit. humans, dwarves, elves, all sorts of different races are wandering undead down here. Skeletons, and even various horrors and nightmares, just creatures that you've never ever even seen before, kind of wander the
Can you
outside
give
of
us
the
a
wall.
description? Are
Well,
we talking like flesh golems creepy?
well, there's ghouls,
Ugh.
yeah,
Okay.
flesh golems. Also,
Gross.
things like what appear to be ghosts or maybe wraiths.
How
Okay,
bad does
so
it
it's
smell?
kind of like the undead grocery store.
I
A
mean,
bit of
there
everything.
haven't been any horrible smells, at least not yet.
Really? Shocking.
You've been staying very far away from any undead that you spot.
True. I just thought the stench would kind of linger all over the place.
But there's also like all sorts of various remains around the place too, skulls, body parts, but more or less like bones. Lots and lots of rubble, or not rubble, but like broken, damaged armor, shattered or destroyed weapons.
We are also, or at least I am also trying to lead us in a path, in case I see any quote unquote zombies or something that look to be sort of dead laying on the ground. Because I know they could be faking it.
That's true. We could have some fakers.
I don't know if there's any outside the city yet, but just in case.
Some phonies.
Yeah.
There could be some fakers. But
Yeah, out there with 6 Zed plays.
as you guys near the bottom to prepare your plan, more or less on the opposite side of the city, you see the giant worm explode out of the ground.
Nice.
So far away from us.
Pretty much as far away from you as it could be.
Perfect.
Okay. Have we arrived at the gates?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like right now, as you get to the bottom, where you can actually like go and interact with the wall if you make a good sprint, the worm appears on the opposite side.
Okay.
Now I think we should light the candle.
Yeah, so that was kind of perfect timing.
Oh.
Because we've reached the city.
Yeah. Yosh,
Yes.
you with lighting the incense?
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of the ideal opportunity at this point.
Okay.
You hear Nevermore start to speak a language that none of you are particularly familiar.
Is it French?
It's French.
And as she kind of just slowly starts to move her hand to the left and to the right, the center
To the right.
way just ever so slightly back and forth. And as it does, this soft bluish smoke starts to fill the air around you all. And after a few moments, you see almost a perfect circle on the ground around you. Like, I don't know if you've ever been to like a fake haunted house where they use the fog generators,
Witchcraft.
but there's more or less like a foot tall fog on the ground in a perfect 30-foot diameter circle around you.
All right. Let's continue.
And then she says, "Our time starts now."
Okay.
How long do we have with it again?
About
8 hours.
8 hours. About.
Maybe 8
Maybe.
hours.
I'm gonna say 6 to 8.
Per character, it's 1d5 plus 3.
All right.
Oh,
So 8 hours is our max.
yep.
And 4 hours is your minimum.
Lovely.
Does she know that in order to tell us that we're looking at minimum 4 hours?
Yes, I'll say that that's fair. She does inform me that at the minimum it could expire at 4 hours.
Gotcha.
Can't always be sure of the quality of these things.
Yeah.
We're gonna carefully hustle.
Well, surprisingly enough, well, I guess not surprisingly enough, but the once majestic front doors of the city are completely demolished. Either something blew it apart or something really big and strong pried it apart. But the giant metal doors are just literally bent into an opening that you guys can walk through.
To make sure I understand, this place used to be like utopia, right? This is the place where you could sign up to be an undead servant after you died, right?
Nope.
No, different place.
This used
Okay,
to be the Dwarven Kingdom before the undead decided that they wanted it.
gotcha.
Is this I think I asked before. Is this where the Tri-Alliance was where Angry Dwarf went that one time?
Yes, this is where he was trying to get to.
Okay.
Mm.
But the doors
named
that you guys
Bellhaven?
saw in the vision was him trying to go through the outside, because there's a road at the base of the mountain that goes straight to the city.
Right.
Okay, so we kind of took a scenic route, if you will.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay. Gotcha.
As you guys go through, it's probably a little disheartening, if not worse, than you imagined. There are literally, like, all the buildings are nothing but rubbles or mere shells of what they used to be. Even though the torches burn forever, there's no one here to really make use of them other than yourselves. On top of the fact that there are all sorts of undead just literally slumped up against walls or laying in the middle of the streets.
Well, that's a wonderful thought.
Highly sus.
Well, it's assumed that they're undead. They could just be dead.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume. Feel like it's safer.
Yeah.
So I need Diggy,
Yes.
and only Diggy.
Oh no.
Hang on here.
Dare you make a name like Digbert, but prefer to be called Diggy?
If you would like to call me Digbert, you certainly can. 'Tis my given name. Diggy's a nickname.
I mean, Yoshi just calls you Diggy half the time because he's lazy.
Diggy, you can make a lore check or a recall knowledge check.
I think they're the recall knowledge.
Remember,
right
with
back.
recall knowledge, you can use any check you can justify.
Right. Okay.
Is
So
this
it
something
depends.
everyone can do or just Diggy?
Diggy only.
Just Diggy.
Yeah, I think
I'll be right back.
Diggius, Digbertius.
Digbertius.
Yeah,
Okay,
Digbertius.
13 plus 5. I chose the lore for a total of 18.
All right. So while you've never actually been in the city or interacted with the city to a certain extent, you kind of sort of know where all the big spots are, I guess you could say.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to make some pit stops, you might be able to find some other interesting things. But technically, from the way that you guys came in, the closest thing would be the temple, which leads to the catacombs.
Yeah, I'm
Or the
pretty.
temple which leads to the vault, I should say.
Yeah, I'm pretty focused on that for right now. Although I would like to get my hands on some of this. But we are closest to the temple. I'll be good. Temple it is.
You could probably go to the used to be top smithy. You might be able to go to the bank. You might even be able to go into the king's castle.
You guys want to
So
make any
that's up
pit
to you.
stops? Treasure first or after?
Do it after.
The bank is wide open.
You make the paycheck first, and you go for extras.
Fine. I really want that crown though. Okay. Temple first. And then on our way out, after we've surveyed the area, we can make some pit stops.
All right. So you definitely know the way. Now it's just a matter of getting there.
Yeah, I would like to avoid. I like Kaiya, would agree with assuming any ones that are laying down, no matter how they look, are undead. So I will be assuming that as well. Because I'm the one who knew about that. So I would be assuming that as well and trying to avoid those as best as possible.
Yeah, I'm just trying not to touch anything in general. With my 27 stealth, I'm just like watching the ground. I'm not stepping on any bones. I'm just being super quiet.
What? Okay.
So you guys just press forward, trying to make best use of your time before
Oh,
the
yeah.
possibility that this worm might even pop up inside the town.
Oh. Okay, yep.
But not even 5 minutes into moving, I don't know if you guys have seen The Walking Dead,
I have not.
but not even 5 minutes into moving, it's just maybe a body here, maybe a body there. But you guys come around the corner and it's just an alley just packed full of zombies just standing around. Like literally almost shoulder to shoulder. There must be at least 100 zombies and skeletons and everything.
Now we look for a different way to go.
I slowly back up and push people behind me to back up as well.
I need Kaiya
Uh-huh.
to give me her best reflex save.
Okay. 22?
If you would like, you can add your own spin or flavor to it, but you managed to notice a zombie laying on the ground before you step on it.
Oh, perfect. So, how do I want to? Okay, so I'm going to keep this one simple.
What once looked like a ball of cloth was actually a cloak wrapped around a dead individual.
Yeah, I'm just going to kind of wave to get the attention of people, like quietly, of course, and just point to it so people know to watch for, like, be extra cautious when looking, because they might not look like zombies at first. They might just look like old clothes.
Well, remember, however, you are about to step on it, so you have 1 foot in the air. How do you avoid stepping on it, though?
Set my foot down elsewhere.
I just imagine her just flailing all over the place before getting her balance.
Okay.
It's very possible I could look like I'm falling for about 3 seconds. before I right myself.
I'll take that.
Yoshi,
Yes.
give me your best perception check.
Oh boy. So glad you asked. Perception. That's gonna be a hero point. Then that one, okay?
I know, it's just the way you said it.
That's gonna be a 19.
There's something, it's not nearby you at the moment, but there's something also jumping from rooftop to rooftop.
Great.
Is the jumping like humanoid, like parkour, or is it more like
Whatever
a
it is,
frog?
it's running on all fours.
No,
Okay,
I
so we're
don't like
talking
that.
like. Alright, I'm gonna quietly-ish point it out, like try to get somebody else to notice it.
I'm right next to you. You can elbow me.
Then, you know, hope for the best.
Yoshi, they're actually getting closer. Actually, it looks like they're coming straight for you guys.
Cool.
My food is here. I'll be right back.
Okay.
The food is here. Just
If
time
you
for
were
us to
to
die.
believe, if you were to believe, because the other zombies haven't noticed you. So if you're to believe that it might just be coincidence, now might be the time to maybe hide.
I'd be up for hiding. Like, cling to the wall or something. I'm not sure where we're at.
I'll hide.
I would like to hide.
So Diggy is hiding?
Indeed.
And so we're going to say that Kaiya is already hiding. So what is Yoshi doing?
Do we want out of character?
Mm-hmm.
Clearly, it knows we're here, right?
Right.
If we just all hide, that's
Well,
gonna be sus.
it would be assumed because it's coming in your direction, like in a straight path. But
All right.
the
I'm
zombies
gonna
aren't
let
reacting.
everyone else hide. I'm just gonna stay out in the open, or less, like still within the the misty, shadowy stuff that Nevermore's doing, but otherwise staying
You're just gonna
out in
stand
the
still?
open. Yeah.
Play statue?
So both of you, give me your best stealth checks.
Yeah, I got a 10. I'm pretending to be a barrel.
Okay.
Or I just
I wasn't gonna
turned
hide.
around and ducked so it looks like a big backpack.
Please tell
but
me it's
clearly
Spot
me.
the undead dog who wants to be your friend.
If you're gonna be perfectly still, that'll still be stealth.
Okay. That's a 24.
Are we re-rolling our stealth?
No, you're good.
Okay. Is it Spot the undead dog who wants to be our friend?
Yes.
If only.
Oh.
Damn it.
It's actually Spot the undead dog who wants to eat us.
Wants to eat me. I'm the one that's pretending to be a
Do
barrel.
we know what it is yet?
Nope.
No.
I am about to get there. Hang on.
Sorry if you hear the noise of me unpacking my food.
No worries. But so based off your, so this is, I think, what will work out better in any case. Oh wow, that was lucky. So in order to, I mean, basically, Kaiya is able to kind of just like duck in and kind of pretend
Fucking
to
vanish.
also be just a lump of cloth. But the rest of you actually start pretending to be undead in the mob.
Yes.
So you just, all of a sudden you hear Nevermore just kind of whispers as, it doesn't sound like she was talking with her mouth. It almost sounds like she was speaking to your brain.
Oh. Telepathy.
You suddenly hear her say, "Pretend to be the zombies." And Diggy just starts kind of just head cocked to the side, arms dangling. Yoshi pretending just being perfectly still, not moving at all.
Kaiya doesn't know if she can hear our thoughts back, but Kaiya angrily thinks, I thought that thing was supposed to work for 4 hours. Anyways.
I'm trying to find the... here we go. But as it approaches, you guys are able to kind of get a glimpse of 3 creatures that kind of stop on the rooftop as they kind of just scan the area around them. Nope, that wasn't it either.
Dwarf? But imagine if we did get an undead dog.
That's a very Mira thing. Puppy.
Here we go. Alright, in character chat.
Ew.
I'm pretty sure it's not friendly.
Or a puppy.
No, I'm positive it's not.
But you hear that voice in your head again, in Nevermore's voice. Vampires. Do not let them notice you. These look like the lesser kind. Sort of mindless, they just listen to their masters. More or less, they would be the equivalent of hunting dogs.
Maybe they are puppies.
As long as we stay within the sensor, we all should be fine. Just don't move. One of them jumps down to the ground and starts moving towards Diggy.
I just stare straight ahead. I'm just kind of sway there.
You see its hand and its sharp nails reach forward.
Do not move.
And all of a sudden it just reaches out suddenly like to grab, but it just reaches straight out in front of your nose, like almost touching it. And it grabs nothing and then pulls its hand back. And then you just hear, and it turns and jumps on the roof, and all 3 of them run off.
So they can still kind of sense us. Great. Okay.
After maybe 2 or 3 minutes, it becomes kind of difficult, but then you hear Nevermore say, I think it's good. I think we're clear.
You stop that. Okay.
I tried to find that picture of him in that god-awful tracksuit.
Oh, no.
Where people always put this is the skin of a killer Bella underneath of it.
I love that one.
So what do you guys do next?
We need
I'm
someone.
holding my breath for about another 3 seconds and not moving still.
I immediately look at Yoshi and give him a nod. But I now think someone needs to keep an eye on the roofs. Who wants to be the rooftop person?
I can watch the roofs.
Can watch the roofs.
I can see now.
That's right.
Can
We're in
see
the city. There's
clearly now.
It's much brighter in the city than it was.
I'm gonna whisper to Nevermore and say there's some kind of hierarchy here, isn't there? The worm guarding the outside, these vampires.
You feel like you have the ability to answer in your mind if you want to.
Like, say it in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
So she did hear me angrily think, you said this thing had 4 hours when they were running at us.
If that's what you wanted to say in your mind, yes.
That is what I said before, but yeah, I'll say that in my mind to her.
I said, there shouldn't be any problems with this sensor. The problem is that whoever's controlling all these undead knows that there's ways around the undead's life sense and has been taking precautions.
Is whoever controlling, are they in the city?
They don't have to be, but to maintain proper control, they at least have to show up sometimes.
And do you know why they did this to this place? What is it about this mountain that they wanted?
Undead usually don't value material things. They usually value power. There's usually only 3 things undead want. Power, more undead, or to further the cause of Orcus.
So
most
there's an
undead
Arkenstone in the mountain.
But most undead have nothing to do with Orcus. Orcus being the demon prince of the undead.
So, who's ever in control of the undead wants something from this place, and they obviously haven't found it yet. Something powerful.
Possibly what we're after.
Yeah, I thought the same.
So it seems like my information was correct, though. And I'll have to take further precautions once we actually get to the temple.
We should keep going and don't waste candlelight.
Because there's probably magic to either spy on us or to just be notified when somebody actually makes it to the vault. Because, as seen with all these undead, somebody isn't done with this place, as you also stated. So it's likely that they put a lot of magical traps on top of the physical ones.
Luckily, I'm a trap finder.
Would you like my stick? Not in a gross way or anything, like literally a stick. Could help you find traps.
I'm very good at finding traps.
I also have some balls. Not those kind of balls either. It's just actual weighted balls that we can like roll down corridors to look for traps.
I have to turn Robyn up. She's very quiet.
I'm sorry.
I turned her up to 200.
I just cranked you. You're good.
Okay. Do you want my stick and balls?
Why would I want that?
To help you find traps.
Oh. No, I have a bit of a... You know how spider webs know when something touches their web? I get that kind of sense about traps.
Ah.
If you find
could
it,
call
I can
it
disable
A
it.
spidey sense.
If you need my stick and balls, they're here for you.
Oh, neat. Hang on.
I can also disable traps. I specialize in it. Why do you think they hired me? Surely not for my good looks and charm.
I can do neither. That's why I brought a stick and balls.
I have a +8
Aw,
to
I thought
disable
someone
trap.
joined us. I also have a +8 to thievery. Which is what is...
Giant
for me, my
sandworm! Are you...
disabled
No.
trap.
Gosh, no. Change the song.
I just want to say, I thought someone joined us, and I was sad when I saw it was Lunabot.
More specifically, it's Lunabot playing Giant Sandworm. And to change the music.
Denied.
Off topic, I need to fangirl for a second. Did you guys see Final Fantasy VII Rebirth trailer with Vincent Valentine and it being voice acted by Matthew Mercer? Anyone? Anyone?
Yes.
I'm so excited. Vincent Valentine's like one of my favorite characters ever.
Me too. I made commentary, but Jenny just called me a nerd.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Well, we can be nerdy together because I'm also excited.
Yes. I was super ecstatic when I found out he was. I was also happy to hear Laura Bailey was the Golden Retriever in the Guardians of the Galaxy movie.
She was.
Oh my gosh.
That Golden Retriever was like one of my favorite characters in that movie.
That was
Me
adorable.
too. How could you call her a bad dog?
So rude.
Take it back.
No.
But this is what you guys are hearing as you get closer. I'm assuming you
Reminds me of
guys
the movie Dune.
forward.
I have Lunabot turned down for now because it doesn't have all the control for me.
I, as always, have her muted.
What did you say, Dave?
Reminds me of Dune.
Mm-hmm.
It just sounds like boiling water.
So what are you guys doing next?
Kaiya will be keeping an eye on the roof,
We don't waste our candlelight. Let's
and
go.
I would like to try and figure out another way to go around, but in that same general direction, if possible. Around the giant alley full of zombies. That'd be great.
It's a lot of zombies.
Yeah, I don't want to deal with that.
Yeah, we don't want to brush shoulders with them.
Yeah. I mean, I know my zombie impression was, like, impressive, but...
Oh, I don't like that.
Yeah, I'd like to try and find a way around.
It sounds like it's super close to you guys.
The worm or the zombies?
The worm.
The worm.
Does it
Shall
sound like
I
it's
do the
kind
thing?
of... Does it sound like it's circling us, or does it sound more like it's just in our area?
It sounds like it's getting closer to you guys from the other side of the wall.
So it could just be our buddy, the Crimson Worm, trying to find us.
Should we stick close to a wall and stop for a second? So it can't feel our footsteps?
Yeah. Unless Josh says, are you sure about that? Then maybe not.
Are you sure?
Or one thing I can do as well is have a set up a bomb for 1 minute, and hopefully by the time we round a building, it'll be a minute and it'll go off behind us, and then all the zombies will be heading that way and we can go the other way.
I'm really hesitant to set off bombs or anything because
I
don't know, like right now
we're still
they of
playing
course
it
have a
stealth.
suspicion we're here, but they haven't confirmed it yet.
No? Okay. I will get to use my bombs eventually.
After they confirm we're here.
Okay, fine.
So let's keep moving and just try to get away from the worm. Let's not waste candle.
And
Alright.
it's incense, not candle.
I don't
Same
care. I'm
difference.
calling it candlelight.
Ever burning torches? What?
And let's keep being stealthy.
Okay, I can get behind that. My screen keeps
Give me
flashing.
another stealth check, please.
Okay.
Everyone?
Everybody.
Alrighty, Digbert, you got this.
21.
Oh, that was almost really good. That would. That,
Almost.
well, it was almost a 19, but it's a 7 plus.
I used my second hero point, and I rolled a 19. I got a 27. Sorry, Robyn.
No worries. It was almost a 19, but it turned to a 7. So then it turns into 11, which isn't much better. But, you know, apparently I'm bad at stealth and all that, even though I'm trained in it. I'm a dwarf. We're very stocky. It's hard for me to sneak. I'm sorry. So 11.
11?
Yeah.
Okay. So, as you guys are making your way past the giant blob of zombies going down another path, you basically steer clear from the zombies laying around. But your path brings you up near a wall of the city, and all of a sudden you feel an incredible shaking of the ground from the other side.
All right. I'm gonna use the arrow bomb.
Oh, I was just going to signal us all to stand still because it's on the other side of the wall. So if we just stand still, it can't feel that we're on this side of the wall.
Oh no, I'm gonna launch that arrow bomb as far away from us as possible.
Please be
Over
the other.
the wall.
Yeah, over the wall.
Okay.
All right.
Time for bombs.
As you fire it off, you see something on the castle wall, like dart in the direction of the arrow. It looks like it almost tried to catch it, but didn't manage to. As the arrow keeps going and going and going.
I'll think to Nevermore. Did you see that?
It might be more of the spawn.
So there are sentries. More sentries.
Good to know.
And it's a 1-minute timer, right?
Yep.
All right, what are you guys doing?
I would like to put up my hands and gesture for everybody to stand still.
Yep. Still and quiet.
What seems to be almost an eternity as 60 seconds pass, and there's just this loud bang from the other side. And not even 10 seconds after that happens, you just hear the worm just blow out of the ground, causing all sorts of rocks and pebbles to rain down from where it's at onto you guys. Even it looks like part of a corpse falls onto a nearby rooftop. And it hadn't done this up to this point, but you just hear it roar super loud, like it's agitated.
I would be too.
Did it leave? You cut out. Did it leave to follow the noise or not?
It sounds like it's moving further away.
I'll think to Ravenmore that the worm is stupid, but the sentries know it. So this is definitely coordinated. They tried to stop us from distracting it.
Or it just
Well,
saw something
it doesn't
flying.
look like they're trying to it doesn't look like they're trying to, what's the word, find out where the arrow came from. It looks like they just instinctively tried to catch something moving really quick past the castle wall.
Okay. So they're all stupid.
So you imagine if somebody was trying to be a bat or a bird or something like that, they run equal risk of being snatched by those things.
Okay.
But your trap went off, and the worm seems to be agitated at whatever made all the noise.
We should be good
We
to
should
continue.
keep going.
Yep. Well, it's definitely over there. Plus, hopefully, you know, those sentries with their supersonic hearing and stuff, hopefully it, like, messed with them for a bit.
They may not be looking for us right now, but I don't want to give them a chance to, so we should go.
Okay.
Here you go.
Onwards.
Well, the rest of the trip kind of goes without a hitch, at least for the time being.
What is it with this time being? It keeps following us.
Because as you start to get close to getting to the temple, once again, the alleys start to get a little bit more and more packed with undead till it gets to the point where you can see the entrance to the temple, but there's just so many undead in the way that it would be almost impossible to get all the way through without bumping into one.
This is one of their booby traps. So maybe he can't get in the temple, but what a great way to make sure no one can get in, right? Okay, so we find a spot to hide, set off another one inside the walls, but away from us, and hopefully that'll start funneling the zombies, because so far, did the zombies react to the sound at all? Did they go closer to that wall or anything? Or was it just the worm that got the sound and the shockwave?
None of the zombies within the walls seem to have reacted to it.
Okay.
They might not be able to hear.
But it's got the shockwave factor. They could feel a thump.
They might not be able to feel. They might only be able to sense life.
Okay.
That, or another thought that crosses your character's minds is maybe the instructions from whoever's controlling them just has them ignore stuff from beyond the wall.
Yeah, so we do the next one inside the wall. And hopefully that'll funnel some of them away. What I would really
I can shoot it now if you want.
What I would really like, Yoshi's really good at climbing. You gotta watch out for the sentries, but I would really like if he would climb up a little bit higher so he could see like which route is the least blocked, so we know where to shoot, like which direction.
I think we just need to shoot in a direction away.
We also need to find a nice little spot to hide ourselves in, so if they pass by us, we're not in their way and they don't bump into us.
Looking at the temple, does it have windows?
It does not.
You know, I always say when there's no door, use a window, but there's no windows either.
I mean, we have bombs.
We do.
We can make a door.
Yes.
Yeah, but then what do we let in with us?
You don't think that the undead master dude like thought of trying to blow a hole in it if he wanted it that bad to invade a whole city? I'm sure he tried that.
What if he's really afraid of fire?
My bombs don't deal fire damage. So
Kyle looks at you and raises a brow. Your bombs don't scorch people?
when you're in the mines trying to clear a path, do you want the fire burning up all your oxygen? No.
How do you make them explode them without the heat?
Pressurization.
Oh. Interesting.
Yeah, what do you think, Yosh? Either do you try and climb up a building a little bit and see, or do we just find a little inlet or something that we can press ourselves up against and stealth, and then she fires an arrow away inside the wall? And we see if that
You know
works.
how handy an illusionary mage would be right now?
I don't deal with that magic crap.
There's a spell.
What you guys hear just a few seconds from now.
Yeah, it's pissed.
What are we hearing? Because I can't hear.
Monster roar.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nothing
gross. It's
good
the,
is what we're
it's
hearing.
the
How
Death
about
Stranding one. Oh, the Death Stranding monster roar. Okay, that's gross. They sound creepy.
that? We've gone for the Matt Mercer one.
Yeah, no clicky insectoid one.
Ugh.
You know what?
Should we
Everyone's like his clicky insectoid voice. I'm sorry, he can realistically sound like a bear.
Right?
He can
Right.
really sound like a lot of things.
I am so jealous of his voice acting. I
I
cannot voice
seriously
act
thought-
at all.
That trinket was just a bunch of like audio clip bear noises. And then I
No.
found out that he was voice acting Trinket in the show.
Yeah.
So-
Matt Mercer's ability scares me.
Yeah, I'm not convinced he's human, to be honest.
Just the sheer range of characters he can pretend to be, the sound effects that he can accomplish, like, I wish I could do that.
Is there any indication on the wall that we're looking at? Because you said we're at the temple, right? So
We're
Which is
still,
more away from the wall.
yeah, we still
Is
have
there-
to get past a shit ton of zombies to reach the wall of the temple. We're on like a
has
street.
there been any action on the roofs?
Not lately.
They're probably all looking at that bomb.
So
Do you want to try climbing up and taking a look, or would you rather we just duck and
Here's
fire?
the thing. I kind of think if we're going to let him climb and take a look, it's going to endanger him, so I should throw a bomb in another location to distract them.
I think you like bombs more than I do. I didn't think that was possible.
Ugh.
I'm just thinking.
what? Okay,
We
what if
want
we
him to
make
die
it
or
to
no?
the temple first?
I don't really
Make
care if he dies, but I think you do.
I do care. Although, knowing
Good
Scales, he
as a
would want me
guide
to
if
get all of his
her-
loot.
Also, what good as a guide if her people on her that he's guiding through die?
That's true.
Okay, what if we get over to the temple first? Like, I know there's
We
a shit ton of
can't-
zombies.
That's what we're trying to figure out, how to get past the
Yeah,
zombies.
there is a bunch of zombies.
Yeah, so either you climb up and look and we find the path of least resistance, or we just duck in somewhere and she fires a bomb inside the wall to try and get the zombies to funnel out that way. So then once it's a little more clear, we can get to
We're
the temple.
assuming they'll do that, though.
We are assuming, but it's what we got.
Okay, and if
There's
I mean,
also... Go ahead.
if I climb, we don't necessarily need to launch another bomb.
Well,
seems
I
like
was
there's a
thinking
lot.
as a distraction to make sure the sentries don't notice you.
They're still over by the bomb. I think we're good.
Okay, then my last suggestion is we could always try to go another way. We
Which
could
is
leave where we are
Why I wanted
and
him
see
to
if we
look.
could circle around.
We could continue circling if you'd like to see if the next road is easier, yes.
How long have we been walking at this point, Josh?
That's a good question.
Exactly.
Not very. Maybe a
Oh.
little bit over half an hour.
Okay.
Oh, I think we should circle around then a little bit.
Yeah, let's circle around, see if we can find a safer route.
Okay. We're gonna.
From.
Yeah.
Okay. Which one did I get?
Hey, Josh, I got lore underworld as a skill. Is that talking about like the criminal underworld? Because it came with my class.
I'm pretty sure, yes, that it's
Okay.
criminal underworld.
How did I get a piece of plastic in my mouth?
They were trying to poison you at the food place?
Apparently. That's what I get for ordering from Eastside Mario's, which is so overpriced. For the garbage Italian food I could have made better.
I do have terrain expertise in the underground, but mine is not criminal underground. Mine is terrain underground. So I am extremely confident navigating down here and get... Dude, I get a +1 circumstance bonus. to
Yeah,
dealing
so
with shit in
I
the
have
underground.
I have War Mountain, which is more about knowing about mountains and terrains. I don't think it helps with underground cities.
Oh, this is just in my build section, because it's not a skill,
I summoned
but
you,
it is a
Kachina.
skill.
Thank you.
It's my free
I don't know
feat
if
for
you
being
wanna
a
share
rock
with
dwarf.
I can see.
I think I'm sharing already.
Yep.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So whereabouts are we in this mess?
Well,
Is
trying
this
to...
whole thing the temple?
No.
No, this is the streets.
Okay.
Okay,
And
that gives me a
whereabouts are
much
we?
better idea. This
Double click your... Oh, wait, hang on.
I'm not on the board, that's why.
You are... I just need to give you
permission or something.
permission. Player permission. There you are.
Right in a building? Oh, here we are.
This reminds me of, what was that game? Homefront? Homefront. Revolution!
Why is your model Gragas?
Because I do what I want. Who's Gragas? Is that the
I
lizard?
mean...
Is the lizard?
I'm Darth Vader, so.
Oh.
Why wouldn't she be Gragas?
Because he's ugly. What's this door? Why does it say Black Viper?
Because that's the model.
Okay.
Take a moment.
I just wanted to ask if it was, like, for sure a door.
It's a door, and you opened it.
Okay, let's... You know what? I'm gonna peek. Stealthily peek inside and see if anything's in there.
As you peek inside, yeah, there's nothing immediate. You see stairs, as you see. But there does seem to be a few undead in here.
I'll think at Nevermore so she can communicate with the rest of the group, and I'll say, do we want to try a detour through buildings?
Yosh.
She
Does
goes,
she...
I mean, I couldn't tell you what would be the best path. If we go up on the roofs, we have to deal with the spawn. If we stay down here, we have to try to avoid far, far more just mindless undead.
Well, maybe...
Which one's safer?
Probably the mindless undead, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just closing that door for now.
Okay.
Alright, so sneak past the mindless undead or fight through the mindless undead?
With
Sneak.
these zombies ahead of us, are there truly only 3, or does one represent like a cluster?
That, because you decided to go a different route,
Mm-hmm.
because technically, I don't know how to put it, but basically this is another path around the around to the temple. But yes, the ones in front of you, that's all that you currently see.
So, which direction would the temple be from my knowledge? Is it like straight? Do I need to take a left or right? Like, depending on where we
It
saw it
would
before?
be, in order to wrap around, and this is via Diggy, it would be towards straight ahead or like behind you is south. So you want to go like east and then east.
Okay, so we essentially want to make a right turn at the end of this road.
Yes.
And then further down, take another right turn.
Yeah.
I mean, there's also, I can't ping them, but there's also another set of doors further up on the opposite building, but there's a zombie right there.
I have a smaller bomb, but it's still going to alert the sentries.
Can you see the light?
Yes, I can.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Why don't I try, because my stealth is quite high right now, why don't I try to peek in that door and see if it looks safe?
That's really close. If you're sure, and as long as we stay within 30 feet.
I mean, I'll leave it up to the group to decide that. If I need to, I'll leave the mist.
I don't know, if you... I would not recommend leaving the mist under any circumstances, because they have the life sense.
Okay.
Yeah, you leave the mist, you're getting found.
Yep.
I mean, I do have like a grappling hook, but it's not, but I could maybe try to scale to the second window. It's open, the one right above us. That's why I was saying
Yoshi, because he's an expert climber.
If we stood like directly under this window, Josh, would he be covered to the second story trying to climb up there and peek in with the incense?
Is that what you're asking, Nevermore?
Yes.
She's not really sure how much of it is covered going above her. She's never had people try to go vertically from near her using it.
Can we ask Martle to have her spider climb up and see how high the fog goes?
You want her to use her spider to what?
To climb up the wall of the building just to see how far up the fog
like
goes?
if we're standing to check how high the fog follows.
Yes. Because the spider, I don't think would super alert if it accidentally goes out of the fog. Because it's so tiny.
I think it still would. It's alive.
Well, the thing is that you're trying to test whether these things will react once something goes out of the fog.
Yeah.
So if they don't react to it, it's either because they don't care.
Well,
it's still in range.
I was just trying to see if we could figure out how high up it goes vertically, but I guess.
The problem is it's dangerous to test it.
Yeah. Okay. So
you know what?
If you feel confident, and if the doorway is within 30 feet ahead of us, then yes. How far away is the doorway?
We would have to move up a little, I think. Hold on. 35-ish feet.
Okay, we'd have to move up a little bit, which I'm fine with, Yoshi.
Probably like, I think if I go here...
Well, but that's where Nevermore needs to be, though, remember?
Yeah, I'm just measuring with my own model.
Gotcha.
If she's standing right here, it's like 25 feet away.
Okay. You good with that?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm good. Yoshi's good. Be extra quiet. Make sure you stay within the fog.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna try to sneak to the door and open it.
Alright, give me your best stealth check.
Oh, I was hoping I didn't have to reroll. Okay. Oh no. 12.
Is my hero point?
I don't think we can use each other's.
We tied. Roll again.
Oh, okay. 20.
Alright.
Tied. Roll again.
I'm just moving myself as if I did the action.
As you get to that spot, you see something incredibly alarming to your left.
What's to my left?
You can't see it on the map?
She's trying.
Fire?
Oh,
Or this person?
Do you see anything right here?
I don't know where right here is.
You don't see the light shining on it?
Oh, the light?
Around the corner.
There's nothing there.
There's
Nope.
nothing.
Damn.
We're using a mod.
Apparently
no,
one I don't have.
Yeah, I see nothing. Sorry.
Hang on. I'll just send a picture via Discord.
I'll do it the peasant way.
Ugh.
I truly hate how useless Google is in finding stuff nowadays.
I thought it was just me.
There used to be a time where if I looked for something, I could find it.
Yeah. Imagine
But-
being an artist who needs references and then all the references have been drowned somehow. And all you find are really unlifelike references that people pose for. It's the worst.
But I'm literally putting what I'm looking for, and it can't even. And I know that it exists, but Google's like, "Are you looking for something completely irrelevant?" And it's like, no. But basically, imagine a giant.
Okay.
But imagine that just its hand is propped up. Think of the Thing from the Addams Family, but maybe 100 times bigger.
Okay, so it's just I forget what they're called in Legend of Zelda, but the hands that fall from the ceiling.
I don't know about the ones that come from the ceiling. Isn't there ones that come from the walls, wall masters?
Yeah, they drop from the ceiling too.
Oh, interesting. But yes. But I literally typed
Giant zombie hand.
D&D zombie hand, fantasy zombie hand, and nothing will give me a picture of a zombie hand.
You could try disembodied hand, but I can't guarantee what you'll find.
Could be hazardous.
Could be hazardous.
The closest thing I could find was this, and that's after a lot of effort in trying to find something.
Oh. No.
But there's basically a giant hand.
It's just a hand?
Oh, hey, look,
There.
a giant hand appeared.
Oh, did your line of sight really get blocked?
Apparently,
Yes.
because now it's there.
Wow. I literally moved it a millimeter to the right.
And we see it now.
Does the hand seem like it sees me?
No, but it is alarming to see a massive hand just
The
slowly.
real
moving
question
down.
is, if that's the hand, where's the body?
Right.
Good question. Next question.
Next question.
I'm gonna hope that Nevermore is within thinking distance and say there is a disembodied hand bigger than Digbert over here, and I don't know where the rest of his body is, but the hand is moving.
She's moved up out of caution to try and keep you in the smoke for as long as possible, and you just hear her say, "Yes, I see it."
How the fuck can you see it? Can the rest of us see it now?
I'm not sure how far we moved up, because she said Nevermore moved up a little bit.
The thing is Kaiya should have been able to see it here where it was.
I can
'Cause
now.
you
You put it back there, I can see it.
Yeah, now we can. It's like it
So
spawned
right
in
now,
when you moved it.
that have
Unless
light-
it was taking its time loading up for you.
That could be.
Yeah, but
maybe.
maybe it had something to do with you moved it and it just snapped into place.
But you and Nevermore can see it, but the other two shouldn't have line of sight.
Okay.
Before I try to open this door, do the hinges look rusted?
Good question. Give me your best for investigation. Is there investigation now? What is it?
No, I
There-
think it's just perception.
No, there is investigation. I swear I saw it.
I don't see it.
Crafting 7 divine.
Ford. Oh no, that's Ford. Okay, never mind.
I think it's perception.
Yeah, it's just straight perception. So yeah.
Hold
Give me
on.
your
Perception measures your ability to be aware of your environment.
Yeah,
Yep.
that would be.
Oh, it was almost a nat 20. 14.
From what you can tell, it does look incredibly rusty.
You know
Okay,
that
I'm
Digbert has
going-
oil.
I'm not going to risk it, though. I'm going to step very quietly, walk back, and think at Nevermore that the hinges are rusted and I don't want to risk a squeak. But I think we should avoid that hand at all costs. My vote is trying to go up through that window.
What is this? Oh, are you trying to open that door?
Did you hear what I said?
I haven't
I-
heard anybody respond to what
Oh,
you said.
I heard.
I said it to Nevermore. Did Nevermore relay it? Because I'm thinking this. I
Oh.
don't want to talk aloud.
She responds, whatever you feel is the right path. I do not have experience in these.
If I
No.
leave the candle and
I'm gonna
come
wave you
back
guys
to the
over.
candle.
What candle?
The incense. If I leave the incense and come back to the incense, will I get back under the protection?
Again, you're asking about testing the limits of the incense, and that's
I've never-
dangerous in itself.
She says, I've never had anybody try that while using it, so I'm not sure.
Alright. I think at this point we just have to test it and hope for the best.
I say what we do is Nevermore climbs first, and we all begin to climb after her. We try to keep as close to the incense as we can.
I am going to mute my mic for just a second because
Okay.
reasons I'll explain momentarily.
Yeah.
No worries.
Hmm.
How dare he mute his mic? How dare he say, I have a situation I have to deal with? God, that's so selfish.
Well, now that we can see what the buildings look like, I'm not sure how you're gonna get a shot at one of the outer walls.
Yeah,
to get the zombies away with the bomb, unless
I
Straight up.
think
because it's like if we fire it towards the hand, what if there's zombies behind us that go this way?
I don't want to fire it at all. I want to just go straight up into the fucking window. We're in such a compact space that I think if I fired it, the sentries would be able to locate us.
Okay. So we try and go in here and through the building and cut through it.
Yeah, I honestly think that's our best guess because I think whatever is in there is smaller than what's out here.
Still, even Nevermore said she'd rather deal with 80 zombies versus the sentries.
That's why we're not going on top of the building.
Okay.
Jenny was using the vacuum cleaner to smite some bugs, so I didn't want to blow your ears out.
How dare Jenny do some basic house cleaning to get rid of bugs?
Ugh.
So ridiculous, even though bugs are really scary and I would have done the same thing.
But what if when we when Nevermore, because if it only goes that high, if Nevermore goes up first, anyone on the ground might be shown then.
That's when I say goes up first, I mean your face is in her ass as you're following her.
Yeah, but then if we're doing that, whoever's bottom is gonna have that same issue, though.
Mm.
Right?
Not
so, like,
if,
no matter what,
not
we're
if we
testing
like
limits here.
line up and climb up. Nevermore goes in first. It just waits outside the window, and then we all sidestep to the window.
This is ultimately, I think, gonna test limits, is I think the answer we're looking at here.
Yeah, one of us is.
I don't know. Do you guys have a better idea? Because I feel like we're not doing anything.
I mean, we could just try and squeeze past the zombies without touching them and hope for the best.
That hand, you haven't seen it. I don't think we can squeeze past it.
Well, we don't need to go that way, do we?
I don't know if it'll cross into where we're trying to go.
This
thing can juggle you.
This area has the smallest amount of zombies. So if I give you a very small mud bomb, and instead of firing it like up so the sentries on the rooftops can see, you aim it like through the build, like if you rotate the camera a little bit, like, yeah, but tilt it, yeah.
Like to go through here?
Yes. So it sets it off that way. Then...
Well, first of all, we're assuming sentries won't respond to it and locate our position, and that the zombies will respond to it. That's what I worry about. Is like it's a lot of assumptions for a big risk.
Same as assuming everyone can climb at the exact same time.
Yeah, I also recognize that's really unrealistic. I just don't know what else to do. But I think throwing a bomb is kind of risky when we don't know if they'll respond, and we know the sentries are worse than the zombies. And I don't know if you saw the way that sentry tried to catch my arrow before.
It just
but
saw
it was
something
like
moving.
it was like as soon as my bow made that thunking sound when you fire an arrow, it was like a dog looking and just knowing immediately.
Well, we're either going to
have the way that thing responded.
We either have to all be really good at climbing, or we throw a bomb in some direction somewhere and trying to use the distraction.
Or there's a secret third way we're not thinking about.
Yoshi, dang it, what's our third way? I got bomb, she got climbing.
He's passed with nothing and hope for the best.
Oh, hold on. Josh?
Yes?
This window right here in front of me. This grate that's on it. What is it made from?
Wood.
I have some thieves' tools. Can I, gently try to undo those panels?
I don't think there's a way to gently undo them, but the wood doesn't seem as durable as it once was, I guess is the best way to put it.
We put a blanket over it.
My thought was to, try to unscrew them, if that makes sense.
We have hammers to take the nails out. We cover it with a blanket to muffle the noise and use the hammer to pry a way in.
It might make more noise than just breaking the wood.
That would definitely make noise.
And I know,
that's
but
as bad as setting off a bomb if they can hear us, because they're
remember
right
the rusty hinges? If those hinges were rusty, the nails are going to be rusty. And that means squeaky. But we can try it. We just might not like the outcome.
No matter what, that way is going to alert them. So...
Okay, I think at this point, our options are intentionally alert them.
Yep.
With a bomb.
Yep.
maybe alert them by climbing,
Okay.
or probably maybe alert them breaking the window.
Well, when you say it like that, the window sounds... Well, can we see if the... Do we see anything covering the second floor window? What if we get up there and that's barred too?
It looks like it's not based on the model. But I don't know.
Josh, from our angle, is the second floor window barred?
It's probably too difficult to tell.
Oh,
Okay.
see, my whole assumption of that window was that it looked like it was uncovered.
I mean,
Alright,
you can try to finagle your view to try and get a better look at it, but from where you're at, you can't see.
Am I small enough to squeeze between these shutters? They look pretty
You can
spaced
probably
out.
squeeze between them.
Okay, I'm gonna try to squeeze between the shutters.
Look first, please.
Of course I'm gonna stick my head in and look.
All of a sudden you get in there and you're surrounded by zombies.
But it's an acrobatics check for
trained
squeeze.
only.
I'm trained in acrobatics.
Okay.
It says you contort. So for squeeze, you contort yourself to squeeze through a space so small you can barely fit through. This action is for exceptionally small spaces. Many tight spaces are difficult terrain that you can move through more quickly and without a check. Many tight spaces are difficult terrain that you can move through more quickly and without a check. So apparently I don't even need a check to squeeze through here because I'm trained.
Okay.
So if I stick my head in though, what do I see?
I think as far as doing it without a check, is more if DM determines it would be considered difficult terrain or not.
I believe it said that most spaces that are small are difficult terrain.
Well, but he said at first though that it's definitely big enough for you to get through, so it's not like a super tight space.
I don't think it's necessarily a difficult.
So you can get through anyways. You're good no matter what.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like it's the sample squeeze test is if it's trained, you can space barely fitting your shoulders.
But
he said you're good either way.
The check isn't to see if you can do it. The check is to see if you can do it without making any noise whatsoever.
Yeah. So is this a stealth or an acrobatics?
Well, but you're just looking in first, so this would be just looking in first.
There is a zombie in the room, just sitting in the corner.
So I will pull my head out and tell everyone there is only one zombie that I see.
So you could get through, but Digbert ain't fitting.
But I might be able... Oh, wait, but then I'm out of the mist. I was thinking maybe I could go upstairs and lower a rope for everyone to climb at the same time.
Yeah, you'd definitely be out of the mist, trying to find the stairs and stuff. And if we, even using a blanket, I think, to help soften just breaking the boards, it would still make noise.
Well, we know there's one zombie, and if we do want to try the actual front door method. But our choices are either the door I already opened and we looked inside, but that's going to lead us to the other side where the hand is, or trying to get in this building. Or trying to stealth around the zombies and just like literally take a right at the road. But we don't know what's on the other side of those zombies.
So we know the building that you first checked, that's to our left here, is the wrong way, right?
Yes, correct.
Yes. And there are more than one zombie in there.
What if we just get close enough to throw a rock and see if the zombies respond to it?
I think our best option is just try and stealth at this point and hope for the best, or call it a night and hope more people show up next week.
Yeah, we've been debating for a long time. I would still like to try throwing a rock, and then that would make me feel better about trying to sneak around that corner.
See, here's the thing. When Josh said this was going to be a 1, 2, 3 shot, I was like, no, it's not.
No, it's not.
Well, I wasn't expecting to one, have as many debates, but two, have everybody, half the group, like, not be able to make it one day.
I mean, I'm having fun with this.
I'm having,
you know,
yeah, this is fun.
proverbial one shot.
I know people are having, but I'm like excited to go back.
Yeah.
I want to beat you all up.
Brea.
I want to especially beat the shit out of group.
I don't have Quip with me. I am holding a child. I'm pretty sure I'm not wearing my armor. Oh wait,
Round
no,
two.
I was wearing my armor. We were wearing
Ding
armor.
ding.
But I'm holding a child. I don't have Quip. I'm not excited to go back.
We have 10 minutes. We want to call it, or do we want to try something?
I would
want to try something.
I would
Right.
really like to go up and at least toss a pebble to see if the zombies react. to
I
sound.
am going to climb the wall and see if there's bars on that second floor window. If there is not, I'm going to take a look, see if there's anything inside.
Okay.
Do I need
balls
to
on his window?
climb check? So acrobatics? Sorry, athletics?
I think it's athletics for climb.
That'll do. That's a nat 20.
I'm used to be its own fucking skill.
That's a 28 to climb.
Told you he's good at climbing. Yeah.
You climb up that wall quite easily.
He's a lizard.
You know what's even better?
That was definitely a critical success.
Oh boy.
Whee!
Is the window barred?
It is not.
Do you see any zombies
I
inside?
will do the whole thinking thing that we've been doing so that Evermore can pass it on, and then I'm going to take a look in the window. Do I see any zombies on the second floor?
And here. I'm finagling your...
Oh, I had another thought, guys.
What?
Floorboards are creaky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'd be extra cautious?
Yeah. Very
I'm not climbing
light-footed.
all the way in. I'm kind of doing like a poke my head in kind of climb.
I meant if we end up going in buildings.
It does not appear... There does not appear to be any undead in the room that you are currently looking in.
All right, I will pass that information along. And then because I see that there's another floor, I'm going to go up again.
You're concerning me right now.
That's a 21.
Please stop
I'm worried
if the
about
incense
sentries.
stops.
I'm worried about sentries.
I'm worried about
He's
the
now a
incense.
couple floors up.
Your first athletics check is still good, Vern.
Okay. Just going to take a quick look at that one, and as soon as I see if it's barred or not, and if I can take a quick look for zombies, I'm going right back down.
It does not appear that there's any zombies from where you can see on this either.
I don't know how to climb stairs.
Do you want to attach your, while you're on one of those, you want to attach a grappling hook so the rope will drop down and we can climb it?
Yeah, I'll put my grappling hook in the top window.
But,
and then climb down.
But there's no incense up there.
Sentries.
You do notice... I don't know if Kachina can see it.
In the window.
On a rooftop northwest.
Left. Oh, there.
Has a light shining on it.
Nope,
I
nothing
can't
there
see
right
it.
now.
I can see it to your left.
Try moving it.
He is.
No, I mean whatever he's shining.
Oh, yeah, whatever you're shining on is invisible. Again.
Invisible.
Oh, there we go. Got
It's
it.
a sentry.
Okay. Oh, now it's invisible again.
Hold on.
It was there for a second.
Hold on. What's your height level, Kachina?
Can you
Her
see it now?
height
It's
level.
on max.
It's like
thought-
it could be that the roof
Oh.
level thing is
No, her
blocking
height.
it.
Her height level's on max. It's
How's
way up there.
I see
Okay,
it.
now it's there.
Weird. Okay.
Just imagine that it's on the opposite, the one to the left of it.
West. Okay.
But you see one of the spawn. It's not looking in your direction. It looks like it's looking north away from you.
Alright, I'm gonna carefully put a grappling hook in that top floor window and then not drop it, climb back down.
Curiously, the direction it's looking in, does that happen to be the direction we threw the bomb?
Let me make sure I get my directions correct. No, it is not.
Okay.
Also, fun fact, if we fight while climbing, all of us are going to be flat-footed except for me.
Yeah, I didn't choose that feat. Sorry.
Yeah, I didn't take that climber feat either.
I debated it. I did. Something else.
I have
didn't.
combat climber. I can fight and not be flat-footed.
Yay!
I was like, when am I going to need to climb and fight? And I just said, that's dumb. And I looked at other stuff.
So I guess.
All right, shall we end it there?
Yeah, let's end it before we
with
do rolls to
info
climb.
for next week. Let other people give their input.
For next week, we need to decide if we're going into the second floor or third floor, because with
Can
that
someone
rope we can reach
catch
both.
them up? Can someone write them what's happening?
Nominate Robyn because she's so good at it.
No, I'm not, but okay. I can do that.
All right, bye everybody.
Bye.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness, that was a lot of
next time.
debating.
Yeah, I know. We're the three indecisive people.
Right?
It happens, unfortunately.
And you know what? I'm just an overthinker in this game because I had a GM try to kill me all the time.
Yeah.
We've been playing together for so long.
I know, but it's like a habit that I can't break. It's just second nature. I think about everything very carefully.
It's not a bad thing.
But we've been playing together for so long.
Oh, I trust you as a GM, but I also try to outthink you.
Fair enough.
People that overthink have really high anxiety.
Yeah, I
Jenny.
do. I'm medicated.
Hello.
I am medicated and I take a pill for that.
Yeah, it's just from overthinking. It's just too much going on.
Yeah.
Overstimulation.
All right, I'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Sweet.
Gingy baby.
We miss you, Robyn.
I miss you guys.